being joined by the person who will be moving the no confidence motion against the Modi government. That's Gaurav Gogoi, Congress MP. Mr. Gogoi, thank you very much for your time here on Mirror Now. Can I please ask you why the opposition is moving this no confidence motion when you clearly know that the numbers are against you? What's the point?
The India Alliance is very well aware of our strength in the Lok Sabha, but we feel that it's extremely important that a message of solidarity goes out to the people of Manipur, saying that while the government and the Prime Minister may have forgotten them, but the India Alliance stands with the people of Manipur in the time of solidarity and grief. This is a complex conflict. It has implications on our national security, and therefore we feel that the Prime Minister simply cannot escape his responsibility to speak inside Parliament. We've tried several times, but the Prime Minister continues to speak outside the Parliament. We have no option but to move this vote of no confidence, and we hope that the end of this motion, what will go out to the people of Manipur is that we stand with them, India stands with them, we believe in justice for them, and we want peace and calm to return to Manipur.
But Mr. Gogoi, the fact is that the government has said an absolute no to the Prime Minister speaking on the floor of the House on Manipur. How will a no confidence motion help the cause of the opposition in trying to get him to speak then?
It is not our cause, Shreya. It is the cause of our country. As an Indian and as someone from the Northeast, I fail to understand why the Prime Minister has chosen to be quiet for close to 80 days and only spoke of Manipur when the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court made a scathing observation. And till now, he has not met MLAs from his own party. Till now, he has not sought the opportunity to visit Manipur. In the history of India, I don't think any other Prime Minister has ever acted in such an indifferent manner. And it's surprising that a Prime Minister who has chosen to replace his Chief Ministers before there are elections, such as the examples in Gujarat and Uttarakhand and Tripura, is continuing to support a Chief Minister under whose reign there have been atrocious atrocities committed against women, and under whose reign people have taken law into their own hands and have looted close to 6,000 sophisticated weapons, 9mm pistols from the police armory and battalions, and still the Prime Minister, for reasons best known to himself, continues to support this Chief Minister. It is therefore there are so many questions that only the Prime Minister himself can answer, and again, only when there is political outreach and personal leadership at the level of the Prime Minister can we hope that people of Manipur are going to trust in the state of India again.
Okay, so here's the point. You are aware that the numbers are stacked against you. You're completely aware that the no confidence motion will be defeated. By the end of the day, what would it have achieved for Manipur is the question. Will it change the situation on the ground? No, it will not change the situation on the ground. What Manipur needs is not political drama. It needs a political solution. But that is not what we are getting.
We hope through this motion that the Prime Minister will appeal for peace and calm. We hope through this motion that the Prime Minister will appeal to the people of Manipur to return the arms that they have taken from police stations. We hope that through this initiative, the Prime Minister will announce a special package for Manipur. Through this, we hope that while the Peace Committee constituted by the Union Home Minister has completely failed to take off from the ground because of the presence of the Chief Minister of Manipur in it, the Prime Minister will announce an alternative consultative process through which there can be dialogue between the communities, and therefore through this dialogue we can heal the wounds that have been caused by the indifference and insensitivity of this government over the past 2 months.
No, but the government is saying that the opposition is the one that is stalling work in Parliament, is stalling the discussion on Manipur in Parliament. The Home Minister has stood on the floor of the House and said, I'm here. Ask me whatever you want. You want a long duration discussion, we'll have a long duration discussion on Manipur. Now, if the government is saying we are agreeable to a long duration discussion, if the Home Minister is saying, I'm here to answer your questions, then obviously there is some merit to what the government is saying, that it is the opposition that is stalling the discussion and not the government.
It is unfortunate that while the entire country is waiting with bated breath for the monsoon session to begin and Prime Minister to come to the Parliament and address the nation, we find that the Prime Minister is obfuscating and diverting from the issue and running away from a debate inside Parliament. He's speaking of Chhattisgarh, he's speaking of East India Company, he's comparing the Congress party with terrorist organizations, he's speaking of every other topic on the world except for Manipur. He's going to inaugurate a trade center. He's going to Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh where there are elections, but he's not found the time to go to Manipur. In the past, there have been conflicts, Shreya, in which Prime Minister of all political parties, when there has been a conflict, they go to the spot, they meet the victims, they meet the stakeholders, they try a hands-on approach. I've never seen a Prime Minister who wants to come and campaign in Delhi during an MCD election, but who wants to continuously visit the Northeast. But when there is an actual live conflict, when the conflict is spreading other parts of the Northeast, the Prime Minister is acting as if Manipur doesn't exist on the map of India. It is shameful, and we hope that this would put pressure on him, that he exhausts all the resources that the office of the Prime Minister has to bring about peace and normalcy. More than 55,000 people are displaced, living in relief camps. We have to instill a sense of faith that they can go back to their lives and rebuild their lives after the Prime Minister takes note.
Mr. Gogoi, my last question to you. There's a BRS MP who's also moving a no-confidence motion against the government as regards Manipur. Can you tell me if there has been any coordination, any sort of reach out to parties that are equidistant to both the Congress and the BJP? And I'm talking about not just the BRS, but the Biju Janata Dal as well, Naveen Patnaik's party as well, or Jagan Mohan Reddy's party. Is there a reach out for them to come and support your no-confidence motion? Not that it will help. Now that it will help you. The government still has the numbers, but any reach out?
Well, the motion moved by the BRS party has not been mentioned by the Speaker. Our motion was accepted. More than 50 MPs crossing various political parties belonging to the India alliance stood up to be counted. And now we were waiting for the date, time and duration of this vote of no confidence motion to be announced by the Honorable Speaker. When that date, time and duration is announced, we will consult with our parties within the India alliance and we will implement whatever roadmap that gets discussed in our meetings. This motion is the outcome of fruitful and meaningful and substantive conversations that the India alliance parties have been having inside and outside of Parliament over the past few days.
Okay. Mr. Gogoi, thank you very much for joining us here on Mirror Now. Gaurav Gogoi there, the man who will be moving the no confidence motion against the Modi government. The date and time yet to be decided. Mr. Gogoi, thank you very much for your time. On that note, I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. There's much more on the other side. Do stay with us.